Pedro Weber, and this is my senior speech. So, from the ocean to life, surf lessons, and much more with my mom. It was another common hot day in the Brazilian summer. I woke up, my father was already waiting for me at the kitchen with a delicious omelette and orange juice for breakfast, and just after it, I went with my mom to the beach for surf lessons. I thought that day would be like every other one of my 11 years old. However, when we got to the beach, suddenly my mom said, out of the blue, as daydreaming, "One day I'll be surfing with you." On hearing that, I started to laugh and make fun of her, saying that she couldn't make it since she was too old to surf. It was too difficult for her and she couldn't fit the wetsuit. Her reaction was a huge surprise for me. No, she didn't say anything, not a word. She just stared at me and left the beach quietly. I didn't imagine that commentary would change her life and mine forever. At 7 a.m. the day after, there she was, struggling to put the wetsuit, but determined to face the hardest challenge of her life so far. I couldn't imagine I was seeing my 42-year-old overweight mom warming up for her first day of surfing classes. And she was not ashamed to be among children, much less keep up after the first class when she could barely stand on the board. I could see how hard it was for her, and it was able to keep up with her resilience, courage, and determination to face such new challenge. All this experience we had together, from the first day learning the first steps on the lake to the first wave she dropped on the outside, where I was standing next to her, it has made me rethink my principles and learn to face life differently. What struck me the most is that everything she was always told me and all the values she taught me from a young age, I could see her put into practice. Each day my mother learned a lesson from surfing, I learned from her a lesson of life. Beginning by never giving up, having confidence and courage to face the no, serenity when facing turbulence and big waves, resilience to start again and again, determination to overcome obstacles, and be open for new challenges in life. I also learned from her the power of leadership and how to use it for good. These attitudes became my strong values and the base for facing everything in life. 7 years have passed since that day, and what made me embarrassed at first turned out to be pure pride, especially when I first entered the Pacific waters with my mother on our unforgettable trip to Jeffers Bay, a surfer's paradise. And I've been putting in practice everything I learned from her in and out of the water. Back in my Brazilian school days, I used to have a lot of friends, and the relationship that I created with them made me experience the depth of leadership. Being a popular in school and having strong friendships was something that looked natural in the beginning, but later I understood that I couldn't build that without creating a good communication channel with others, being an example by doing the right things, trust in others, and take time to listen to them, and being honest regardless the situation. From these attitudes, I began to gain the trust of others and make them believe in me. In the 9th grade, I was chosen by my classmates to be the classroom representative, and was so happy because that meant everything I was doing, the way I was treating the others, was working. Being a classroom representative made me learn the best of leadership. Having to listen to different opinions and get to a consensus, being the communication channel between my friends and the school board, helped me grow as a person and as a leader. It was only a matter of time for me to become the captain of my soccer team. Being the captain of the team made me learn the importance of the leader showing the way in practice with encouragement and motivation. Everything that I've learned all these years made me gain experience and courage to decide to move to another country and start another story. Moving to the US made me put into practice the lessons I've learned with my mom, to not have fear to face the unknown and face new challenges. The lessons I've gained being a leader in school and with my soccer team. And every time I feel fear or insecurity, I remember that first day of my mother's class, and it fills me with strength and courage to face the toughest waves of life. So, it depends on us to transform the word impossible into possible and be proud of it.